Yes pushed the boundaries of rock, expanding the musical experience, both on record and in concert.
The Yes theme has always been a hopeful one.
Me and Chris initially decided that we wouldn't be a here today, gone tomorrow band.
See those good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied on my way.
They created complex, progressive, and virtuosic rock suites built on influences ranging from psychedelic rock to classical music. Yes began when bassist Chris Squire met vocalist John Anderson at the La Chasse Club in Soho.
Yes!
The two bonded over a shared interest in the vocal harmony of groups like Simon and Garfunkel. Joined by Peter Banks on guitar, Tony Kaye on keyboards, and Bill Bruford on drums, their first album featured original compositions and covers of songs from their influences, including the Beatles,
When I'm walking beside her, people tell me I'm lucky. Yes, I know I'm a lucky guy.
and the Byrds.
I see you, la 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 la.
When guitarist Steve Howe joined, he added a new depth by using different stringed instruments to create unique sounds for each song. Their new song style moved through multiple sections, each with their own theme and lyrical ideas. The group sang with tight vocal harmonies over the grooving musical layers, all anchored by Chris Squire's melodic bass. Yes's music journeyed through the speakers, wrapping listeners in songs like Starship Trooper and I've Seen All Good People.
What we were convinced was that you could make music that was in the underground tradition, but you could do it and present it in a way that it was available for everybody to enjoy. We were after to try and get as much emotion into making the full use of a melody by doing key changes, by changing the notes around, chordal structures underneath it, getting the most out of it, working very much on a classical principle.
The arrival of keyboardist Rick Wakeman brought classical piano themes, Moog synthesizer solos, and warm string pads to recording and performance.
Couldn't stick Rick Wakeman in just a rock and roll band, or Steve Howe. Chris especially, his work with Bill, if you listen to Fragile and Close to the Edge, is immaculate.
With the album Fragile release, the track Roundabout thrust Yes onto a global stage. Their stage shows became rock spectacle, featuring stage sets designed by their longtime album cover designer Roger Dean. Album Close to the Edge features only 3 long songs, but each one is a musical suite, taking the listener through movements that ebb and flow with melody. Going for the One features the classic Yes lineup of Anderson, Squire, Wakeman, Howe, and drummer Alan White, who had previously played with John Lennon. Lineup shifts impacted the group's sound and style, but also helped Yes bridge generational gaps with listeners. By the 1980s, it looked like Yes was over. But once Squire and White began working with guitarist Trevor Rabin, a new era of television-friendly prog was born.
Look up, look down, look out, look around, look up, look down. There's a crazy world outside. We're not about to lose our pride.
The song Owner of a Lonely Heart brought Yes to the MTV generation. Yes took progressive rock from a small audience of aficionados to radio airwaves and football stadiums all over America.
Never thinking of the future. Prove yourself. You are the move you make. Take your chances, win or loser. Be yourself. Your every move you make. You, and that's the only way. Shake yourself. Your every move.